we are now going to determine the multiplicity of a polynomial factor. And multiplicity is very, 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 very important. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a function that's already been factored. So suppose we have the function f of x equals x minus 2 cubed times x plus 1 squared. And what I want to talk about is talking about finding the zeros. Well, that means we're going to take 0 and set it equal to x minus 2 cubed and x plus 1 squared. Or we could write this out this way. There's 3 of these and 2 of these. So this has an x equals 2, an x equals 2, an x equals 2, an x equals minus 1, and an x equals minus 1. So there's 1, 2, 3 2's and 2 x minus 1's. Well, that way we could write this x equals 2 with multiplicity 3 and x equals minus 1 with multiplicity 2. So it's real easy to just look at this and say that this, we could also look up here at the factor and say this has multiplicity 3. And this has multiplicity 2. And this multiplicity matters a lot because it determines what happens at the 0 of the function. Does it go through or does it bounce and go back the other way? And so we'll talk about this in the next section, but for now, I want you to know that when you see an odd multiplicity, that means it passes through. And we'll come back to this in a little bit. But if it's even multiplicity, it bounces. And when we graph polynomials, I'll talk about this in more detail. So let's look at another function. Let's suppose that g of x equals x plus 3 squared times x minus 5 times x plus 5 to the 4th. Well, this function now is negative 3, 5, and minus 5, but we have multiplicity 2, multiplicity 1, and multiplicity 4. So this one is going to bounce, pass through, and bounce. And I'll give a better definition of bounce and pass through in the next video. But that's what this means. Can you find the multiplicity? And based on the multiplicity, can you state whether it will bounce or whether it will pass through?